Welcome back, fellow armchair generals, to Hearts of Iron 4 World Ablaze mod. And is this as good or even better than the Black Ice for Hearts of Iron 4? That's what I'm comparing it to. Sort of apples to apples. And people have come in and chat or comments below on the videos and, well, what's your conclusion? Well, I haven't played enough of it and given a fair enough chance to. But we're going to be invading Poland this episode, so all of you waiting for a we're going to change his unit color designation. Let's see, can we go, what would give us, ooh, there we go. That's cool. Nice sort of desert color for a Rommel. That isn't that sort of standard one. A little lighter. We're going to be invading Poland very shortly. But first, what we need to do here is we can invite someone to our faction, and we will do so. We want to get Horthy's Hungary as part of our faction. Now, we have just completed... we're getting ready to launch Danziger War. That's right. It's early. I'm just waking up. Before the war, send out your Navy and Air Force. Yes, that is good advice. I have, and I hope this is a good plan. We worry about size, either too large or too small, but we sort of flooded the zone out here in this North Atlantic zone with 176 submarines. Okay. Yeah, they're fresh. World Ablaze mod. I know because I do count myself in as a modder, are trying to reverse engineer history is the good term, because we're trying to simulate historical capabilities. And I know once we got done with the sort of initial starting ships, and I'm not really so much testing out the Navy here. Seems like an awful lot of submarines. I think you need to readjust your production capabilities. Yeah, I don't think Germany had nearly that many at the start. But where now they could have had a lot more than the 30 or so, I think, submarines they had at the start of the war. But I don't know. I don't think I'm going to send any into the Mediterranean. These are fairly new, I think. Yeah, we'll send these. Let's see if we can find another admiral here. Nah. We'll send these guys to Taranto. There we go. You come down here. Just to give some messing with them in there. You only stream to Twitch and YouTube? Yeah, more stuff we'll talk about some other time. Off public line about some plans. I just quite shiny things distract me at times, and so I haven't done what things I've wanted to do. But yeah, Mixer of course is gone, so yeah, we're not streaming to Mixer anymore. Sometimes wonder about companies. Okay, so we have our national focus. Burning, I think we will get there. So let's continue this. Hungary has refused our offer? Huh? They said they would do it. Don't know why that was a no. We do have some green units, I know, but we're not going to do more training at this time. We're getting ready to invade. They will get trained in combat. Okay, factory camouflage, that's nice. It's definitely on the to-do list. Let's just look at other stuff on the to-do. We're really not looking at naval this time. Maybe come down here for that. Okay, yeah, probably we should see about improving our artillery here. Reconnaissance vehicles. Go for the heavier flak. Do you need anything more than flak 88s? Really? No, I don't know. Does give us more levels of. I like the way they've done that. Yeah. But we need to look around here. I think mountain troops improvement will be the next. But if you're Goering and you're just going to sweep the air of all enemy bombers, what do you need flak guns for? Okay, let's look at our military high command here. Naval air defense, submarine detection, airborne assault, close support. Let's get Sparrow in as close support. Should we trust in Goering? Said no one ever. Yes. Well, no one should trust in Goering, that's for sure, but yeah. Come on, we want to go. And yes, we're trying this without front lines. Okay,
Ihre Befehle? Ausrücken!
they have released a new version of World Ablaze. I, of course, not yet played it because we're playing this. That air agility is nice. Air supremacy there. Now, how are we doing for heavy fighters? Well, that would be the attackers. 2. Oh, good, we have 2. Poland refuses German ultimatum. Okay, so what? Well, we have this. Okay, I guess it's not yet there. What Western, okay, I think they're still gonna pop up. Everything I think is green for the moment, so we're not yet at war. Okay, there we go. Just checking that. Okay, looks like barely enough rubber at the moment. So do we need to declare the war on Poland? No. We did say Danziger War, didn't we? I mean, that was the ultimatum there? What am I missing again? What am I missing here? World detention, gains core, this, yes, yes. We said Danziger War, they all must approve the agreement for bonuses to take effect, yes. Maybe just gonna want another day? Are they being slow? Are they refusing to play war with us? What's going on here? They're asking the British for permission to fight a war? Well, this is acting weird. Oh, maybe it's a decision, that's right. Maybe it's a... Okay, an event decision here. No, MIFO bills. No. Activate fall Weiss. Okay, here it is. This needs to be a little better. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. Who can we invite to faction? Okay. We will see if they join our faction this time. Yes, war. Okay, we got a few more, but we're going to lose these factories very soon because, excuse me, they're being occupied by the nasty, nasty Poles. So what did that, how did that, just when I mouse wheel, it does that at times, I know. Okay, you and you come there. Okay,
Ausrücken!
You and you go there.
Zuhören! Bereit! Angetreten! Zuhören! Bereit! Achtung!
Think you'll move that way.
Achtung!
You
Angetreten!
you attack there.
Ihre Befehle!
You attack there as a pinning force. You attack there as a pinning force. You attack there.
Angetreten! Bereit zum Ausrücken!
You push up into there.
Ihre Befehle! Ausrücken!
No, not the poles. Yes, the poles.
Zuhören!
You know, people should be more careful in choosing where they want to put their countries. They really should, you know. The Danes, they do a decent job of it. They decide to, you know, have a lot of islands and peninsulas that are sort of easy to defend, you know, that kind of thing. The Norwegians decide to, you know, sort of hold this side of the mountain, that kind of thing. And the Italians, okay, we're going to hold this peninsula. You know, France is, you know, we're going to hold this sort of square area. Poles just decide, you know, we're going to have this territory out in these big open plains with people all around us that will always want some of our land and territory. Yeah, that's not the best option. They should have migrated somewhere else to find their things. What type of name? Well, we currently have a few condors that are out here looking for ships. Well, not enough of them. Not nearly enough of them. For my liking, at least. Okay,
Angetreten!
you push there. You 4 into there.
Zuhören! Ausrücken!
No,
Ausrücken!
I want you there. Yeah, the condors are nice. Bit weak, but nice. Okay, and go. See, we gotta slow this way down. What I don't like is they were able to attack here before these guys could support that attack. Don't like the way that works. Okay, we can't, now that we have the thing properly done. It's this way. Oh, Western plans, we can do that now. Okay. We will at least attempt that. I don't know that we want to have Bulgaria join our wars right now.
Ausrücken! Ihre Befehle?
Okay, you need to move to there.
Bereit?
You can support that attack.
Greift weiter an! Bereit zum Ausrücken! Ihre Befehle? Angetreten? Bereit! Befehle!
Okay, you guys are pushing there nice and quick. 1,
Bereit
2
zum Ausrücken!
divisions. Those 2 divisions can support that
Ihre
attack.
Befehle? Angetreten!
Okay,
Achtung! Zuhören!
all 3 divisions attacked there, but lost them out around there. You're here now. Okay,
Ausrücken! Befehle? Befehle? Ausrücken! Angetreten! Bereit! Bereit zum Ausrücken!
across the river, you come up and pocket them.
Ihre Befehle!
You can attack into Poznan.
Befehle?
You come and push that way. Can we, let's see if we can get more oil from Romania. What am I missing here? Why don't I see? Romania on this list for oil. Oh, we've already got the oil, I guess, is what's happening here. I guess we do. Huh? Okay. Not sure how that works, but okay. All of Warsaw, good. Okay, no, these guys.
Achtung!
You go and support that attack.
Ihre Befehle?
You can come down to Lublin.
Achtung!
One of these divisions needs to support this attack. I don't want you going anywhere.
Zuhören!
Okay, you attack there, and
Angetreten!
You support it. Okay, so we got
Angetreten.
most of Danzig. Will occupy that part there. Venezuela embargoes us. Hopefully
Angetreten.
one of the divisions stop there because that might become an issue.
Zuhören.
You counterattack that way. Put pressure on them. You can support that attack. Okay, well,
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
you can go to Brest-Litovsk.
Ihre Befehle.
You can go pin those forces there. You can cut them off from there. Possible push to there.
Angetreten. Achtung. Ausrücken. Bereit. Befehle. Befehle. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Hey James, how are you doing today? I am doing well.
Ihre Befehle. Ausrücken.
I died for Danzig.
Zuhören.
And use that. Okay, well, now that I think we may hold, particularly Danzig fully, yeah, we'll build a few ships. Oh, we need some more resources, as in more steel. Okay. There we go. Slovakia will provide. Hey, Darian Clark, how you doing today? I'm doing well. Yeah, well, no, we're actually kicking Polish butt, but yes. Now, how are our forces out here doing? I guess there's nothing for them to interdict at the moment. We're still trading with Spain and Mexico, but it doesn't look like they're being interdicted at the moment. I don't know. We'll let them sit there for the moment. Import just hanging out. Okay. We're using a lot of light infantry equipment and some artillery up and some support equipment up. Okay. But I think we're doing okay there. All right, let's go for a couple of my favorites. Some more naval bombers. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So I think we will also go with Gotta get these guys up and operating. And you know, one thing I don't think we've been operating are building transport planes. And we need more rubber, which I really don't know that we're going to get right now. So I don't want to trade that far away. Yeah, we're just... yeah. We may need to build more synthetic plants soon here, but let's continue crushing the poles.
Zuhören. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Angetreten.
Yeah, you go back to
Bereit zum
there.
Ausrücken.
Make sure that we hold Warsaw, not that somebody else just
Ausrücken.
decides to walk in and think it's theirs now.
Angetreten. Zuhören. Ihre Befehle? Achtung!
Okay, yeah, that's canceled. That's my one of my dislikes for this mod. Well, we could do organization tote. That would be good. Liquidization of coal we don't quite need just yet. Yeah, war reports, 14 days. More steel even? Okay. Okay. Get more from there. Oh, just one factory from you, I think. Hey, Uncharted. Did I prep for the European war decision? I'm not sure. Remember, I am playing on 5.5 still version, and I don't think that has that here. I know you normally watch these things, but I sort of had more thoughts on the Bohemian Moravia, whether it should be a commissariat or not. If you care to watch that, okay. Yeah.
Befehle?
Where do they have a capital now? Shouldn't Poland be collapsing now?
Bereit zum
Yeah, it
Ausrücken.
should, but Okay, world power. I'm not quite sure where I look for that. Who is second world power? All the VPs get an event. All victory. Okay, all of the, okay. Oh, Pollock there, okay. All the victory points.
Zuhören.
Seems rather fanatical of Poland, but whatever. That's a minor, or well, maybe all my complaints are minor,
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
but still. Okay, well, I guess you need to drive out to here. You need
Angetreten.
to drive to there.
Zuhören.
I mean, I understand the idea that maybe, you know, which I of course taken.
Ausrücken.
No, you can come down this side.
Bereit.
You push into there. Danzig, you know, Poznan, and, you know, Krakow and whatnot, loads, and that I totally get. Okay, yeah, attack across the river. Not my favorite strategy, but will do.
Ausrücken.
You march north, hold the river line there for the moment. Come up to there.
Ihre Befehle. Ihre Befehle.
Okay, so we've sunk the Polish submarine there. We sunk another Polish submarine. We only had 3.
Bereit. Ihre Befehle. Bereit.
Oh, trade. Oh, second leading power here, I'm not sure. Still not exactly sure what you're meaning. US is one of the major industrial powers, of course.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ausrücken. Angetreten. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
I guess you can head up toward Grodno.
Bereit. Bereit. Ihre Befehle. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Zuhören.
You and you crush those. You guys move this way.
Ausrücken. Befehle. Achtung.
I don't know why they've kept both their little tankettes down there, but oh well.
Befehle?
Well, we need a lot more steel. What's happening with the steel here? Do we go with shipments from the Soviet Union, maybe? And that's better. We're using up a lot of rubber, so okay. We get 3 more coming. Let's just go with 2 more plants. And these guys back to the top and just focus in on rubber production. Yeah, we're pushing through them fairly hard. We can also use more steel. Where okay, there we go. Yes. We're going to go with that. Now that was interesting. USSR occupies eastern Poland. Okay. That's the way that sort of happened.
Angetreten. Achtung. Ausrücken. Bereit.
Well, so far the armies worked well fighting the Poles, but did so last time, so I'm not sure if that is... We're not at war with the USA at the moment. They've just embargoed us, which they did so way early without cause. Now that the war started, I can see that there's cause, but wouldn't have been earlier. They want money from Germany, in fact.
Ihre Befehle? Befehle! Ausrücken! Befehle! Achtung! Ihre Befehle? Zuhören! Bereit zum Ausrücken! Zuhören! Bereit zum Ausrücken!
When did they get to it? No. Can we come over here? Yes. Good, overrun.
Bereit zum Ausrücken! Angetreten!
Now, this sort of just brings up an interesting little tidbit for me here, seeing these retreating Polish units out of Soviet territory. The way it happened historically was, most of Polish. Okay, where do I start my stories? Just taking a drink here. At the beginning, gamer, at the beginning. Let's pause this. Always start the story at the beginning. Okay, there was Adam and Eve. That's going to take a long time if all stories I got to go back to Adam and Eve. Hey, Scappy, we're taking out Poland here. Okay, most of the Polish army was War Plan West, or whatever it was called, for Poland. Plan West or something like that. I don't know. Like before 35, I think it was. Basically, all of the significant military deployments and plans for the Polish army was facing the Soviet Union. By about 38, I think it is, when the Plan West, I think is what it was called, they did a massive shift in thinking against Germany. Now, Germany's not pushing for, as commonly called, for Danzig. Danzig was a German city. It was 80-90% German. It was governed by the Germans. Yes, there was some Polish occupation troops, but it was basically a German city. Germany could have it in any afternoon they wanted to. That was not the question. They wanted the Polish corridor, connecting East and West Prussia, is what they claimed they wanted. But that was being what was being pushed for propagandistically by the Germans, shall we say, and in meetings and whatnot. And basically, it was going to cut Poland off from the sea. Germany said, well, you can keep Gdynia, and we'll give you a transit corridor kind of thing. Did the air quotes, you don't get to see that. Don't know if that's good or bad, but that you can transit across our territory without, inspection of cargoes and whatnot. So you could have some trains going back and forth, basically, to Gdynia. It was sort of what they were claiming they wanted. That's not the truth, but that's what they were claiming they wanted. So the Poles shift their armed forces to the west. Now, according to what I've read, most of the population and most of the industry is in the west of their country, and often in what was not entirely, but at least partially what was in the former German Empire. And so the Poles made the decision to defend their populace. Okay, reasonable idea for a nation. Defend the people that live in it. Hey, OCB. Defend their people. And two, well, hey, we need our industry to be able to fight a war. And Poland, unlike the Baltic states, shall we say, did have a domestic arms industry. They were building their own aircraft. They were building their own tanks. They were building their own infantry small arms. I just don't know about artillery. They build their own tank guns, but tank guns aren't, a lot of their tank guns were just machine guns. So, I don't know. But they were building a lot of their own arms. Where, I don't know that, I don't know. I continue to learn about things, but so they're building a lot of their own arms, and hey, to fight, we need to be able to protect this. planning assumptions, is a vigorous attack by the French for this plan to work, for any plan ultimately to work, to defend Poland. Well, they don't get that. You know, you have the Saar offensive. Because I've sort of recently been looking into the Saar offensive, playing the DLC for Panzer Corps 2, very good. I would recommend the game if you like that type of game, and if you're not sure you like it, watch my videos to find out before you spend money. That's part of what I do here. Yes, I may be a pusher for games, but I'm also showing you what the games are, that you can figure them out well enough before you actually spend your money. Because I don't make money by you spending your money. I make money by you watching my videos. So the French aren't going to do their vigorous offensive. Their whole mindset is defensive. It just isn't going to happen. But the Polish armed forces are such that they cannot defend the area that they're trying to defend, meaning there are significant gaps in the lines. I think into the scale that we see here in this almost province level scale, maybe not quite that, you know, meaning maybe not this province here wasn't defended or something, but big enough gaps. So they don't have enough units, enough troops to be able to defend this sort of western projection, realizing also they're outflanked by East Prussia, and they, which we didn't do this time, but was done. They did have some, you know, hills. I mean, they might think of them as mountains, but really more, well, you know, really more hills, but whatever. I mean, there's no snowy, rocky type, you know, Matterhorn or the Rockies type mountains out here, as far as I know. Maybe things that I would agree that are mountains, but now we're getting a bit more up and down into Romania or whatnot. But you know, so, and they get, you know, so they're outflanked by Slovenia and East Prussia, even without, because you have to remember again, hey Toyjet, you know, trying to tell this whole story, and I'm not doing it in a coherent way. It's only like about 2 weeks or less between the signing of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact and the start of the invasion of Poland. So there really isn't, and from a national conscious sense, there is not a ability to readjust with that new reality, because prior to that, and I don't know between spy circles, diplomatic circles, and what's printed in the papers, I don't know before Ribbentrop-Molotov Pact is signed just how much people were aware of it being negotiated again. And I say this because I wasn't aware of it until I was actually recently looking into it just a year or two ago now, that there was an Anglo-French delegation that had an interesting sort of trip to get there in Leningrad, trying to get the Soviets on their side if there's a potential war with Germany, because these are all happening before the war starts. And again, the thing that Stalin was asking for with them was, yeah, okay, it wasn't Molotov, it was another diplomat guy or whatever who was handling this. Yeah, okay, but will you recognize Soviet interests, meaning we get to take them, in places like the Baltic states? I don't know if they specifically said Finland or, you know, Bessarabia down here, and they were like, well, no, we're not like going to let you just gobble up a few countries. We just are looking for an anti-German pact. You know, be sensible here. Well, Hitler was going, well, yeah, sure, you can have the Baltic states. Finland, no problem. Well, actually, 2 of the Baltic states, but, oh, yeah, you can also get Eastern Poland. Yeah, that's a much better deal. So Molotov wins the debate. And when the British, or the Anglo-French delegation sets out, they've yet to, you know, really start negotiating a lot of this stuff. So I know this wasn't, oh, wait a minute, what are we doing here? Okay, no, we're going to block off these I forgot to do so. That's why we've had some losses here. If we're going to keep trading here, I don't know how much or how long we are, but with Portugal and Spain, we definitely want to go all the way around. So I don't know how much that was in the national conscious of Poland, but the idea, and it's not like some guy in a basement redrawing military plans or some general realizing, oh shit, we're screwed, we have to start defending, from two flanks. That may have already been happening before the invasion starts, but the whole sort of military industrial complex, I sort of don't like using that term, but you sort of military and political complex, if you will, maybe more so industrial than industrial, had not yet settled in the idea that they needed to prepare for two-front war. And that's obviously, that's not just outflanking, that's surrounding them. They're doomed. No matter what, Poland's just doomed. But if you were just looking at a German versus Poland French type war, it doesn't matter whether you have factories to build ammo if you can't defend the lines of supply, say, from the mines that are making the copper or whatever, not making the copper, but, are digging the copper out, turning the copper into cartridges, refining it, and then from the factories actually making the bullet, the cartridges, the whole thing, and getting them to the front line. It doesn't matter if, say, a factory in Poznan is cranking out enough ammo if your divisions over here can't get the ammo. It just, because the Germans have, zipped in between, even if they're, even if you got nice fortified pockets, they might be supplying ammo for there, and that is one of the elements of localized supply within Hearts of Iron 4, which is a good element of the game. I mean, this is why I'm always so torn. I still think Black Eyes, or Hearts of Iron 3 Black Eyes, is still the best, but they still, all the supplies come from the capital. And so if you cut that off, and there's other major supply factories, say for some reason, let's just say the war is going fine, but Sweden invades, comes in the war, invades Germany, and drives down somehow, and these guys are neutral or something down here, comes in here and cuts off a major army over here. Well, there's still, manufacturers supplying, making ammo and what, they're going to exist for a while at least. So there's good things with Hearts of Iron 4, really good things. But so it doesn't matter if your ammo factories are working full tilt and working well and are defended if you can't get the ammunition to the other units that need it. So Poland should have, I don't know, war plan defensive or something, and sort of created a around these rivers here. I don't know. You constantly, as Poland, have to think, oh shit, the Soviets exist. Because, the Battle of Warsaw in 1920, and the sort of miracle battle that they defeated a much larger force. I think mainly by a thrust from the north, flanking them and driving them out. But, so, whether you do Plan West or whatever it's called exactly, or whether you do sort of, I don't know, the turtle defense or the circle defense or whatever of Poland, they're ultimately screwed by the time the Soviets get in, but they could have had a longer fight of it. Now, I don't know whether that's good or not, but again, back to sort of this thing here, these troops that are sort of retreating out of Soviet territory. What really happened was, so a lot of the army gets cut off because it's all out here in the west, and the Germans smash it up, and they're although not primarily motorized, they are more motorized than the Poles. But all of the forces that are sort of down around in this part of the area, or a lot of the forces, the Soviets are pushing in, stream into Romania, sort of where this start of this whole thing. This is Hearts of Iron 4 with World Ablaze mod. Tom Keeney, I guess. B. Tom Keeney. How you doing out there on YouTube? And so they stream, and at this point, unlike here, this point, Romania is on the side of, now this is happening in September 39, is on the side of France and the Western Allies. The Soviet Union had not taken Bessarabia. And I don't know, because yes, I criticize, and it's mostly, of course, Uncharted for his mod here, and I'm a mod maker too, so I know how difficult it is. How do you mod this? Part of this is easy. That's wrong. Taking over the Baltic states should not happen until Poland's defeated. Okay, that should not happen. And also what is wrong here is, according to the Ribbentrop-Molotov Pact, Lithuania is firmly inside the German sphere. Whether Germany gets to let it stay as a independent country, lets it become a puppet, or just absorbs it into the Reich, that is firmly and totally inside of the German sphere of influence. So that should not be happening until after the fall of Poland. Now what happens is basically this area, maybe, yeah, definitely not Krakow, but sort of these 5 provinces, and that this is on the wrong side here, but yeah, I don't care about what the actual river does, but this territory here, at least south of the river here, is all meant to be Soviet territory according to the Ribbentrop-Molotov Pact. They sign after the sort of meeting at Brest-Litovsk and whatever, there's sort of addendum signed by Molotov and Ribbentrop that affirms this is German, and in swap for it, Lithuania becomes into the Soviet sphere of influence. And one of the things is, prior to the invasion of the Baltic states, Germany is encouraging all German-speaking peoples to get the hell out of here. They are chartering ships. They are just doing every single thing they can to get them out. They get about 80+% of the German-speaking people out of Latvia and Estonia. Now, there's a second group that come out after the Soviet occupation of German-speaking Latvians and Estonians. There is no move to get German-speaking people out of Lithuania, and there is as significant as the population is up in the rest of Baltic states here. I do believe, now this is again, always note the words I use, like believe, because I don't know. I do believe there was a fair amount of, as the Soviets were coming in, German-speaking people coming out of Lithuania, but I don't know of an organized plan post-Soviet occupation, primarily because it's sort of too late, and the Germans are planning on coming back soon. So that happens. So that part is easy to just have the event that fires for occupation to check to see if the Germans have honored the Ribbentrop-Molotov Pact. Similarly, down here for Romania. I would have that happen only after Poland. Now, the harder part is Finland. What to do about Finland? Because, and I, we got to say, one, warfare is a political act, so it's impressions. Two, what ifs are always hard to do. And I don't know the military situation, but I do believe that the Soviets would have won a summer war against Finland. So yeah, definitely requires all the Baltic states and Romania to have the Ribbentrop-Molotov Pact signed. I don't know what you do about Finland, if you delay it like I do, and you just go, oh, yep, it's delayed, so the Russians just get to keep it? I don't know. What the hell is this? Cogland. Is there really a base out here? Okay. Interesting. An interesting province. Cool. I have not seen this movie. Yes. Tom Keeney, I don't know if he's still hanging around, but Uncharted is the primary maker of the mod, and it is an underappreciated mod. So, yeah, it is maybe a better than Black Ice mod. We've got to dig deeper into it. Who got destroyed by the ice bear? No, I have not heard about that, and I know you were asking. Toy jet that tried to flee from Bessarabia. They were massacred at the border. Massacred by whom? By the Romanians or by the Soviets? That's an interesting. Scappy, I had not heard about that. I did know that the Soviets, yeah, I can imagine. There's a movie starring Clark Gable and Hedy Lamarr. Hedy Lamarr was an actress. Interesting. Is it considered similar in complexity? It is slightly less complexity. It is an attempt to be even more historical. I've been discussing some of the non-historical elements of it because they were considered traitors. Oh, I understand that idea, why the Soviets would do that. They want the manpower or whatever. Oh, yeah, no, the Soviets were bad and brutal all around. What the actress Hedy Lamarr, who was in this movie, what World War II contribution did she make that really didn't, in a practical sense, didn't get implemented until after the war, but led the way to a major yes, there's a slightly newer version coming out, World Ablaze. I mean, it came out. I'm using a slightly older one because I started a while ago. It is a good mod. Well, I'm just still. Is it better or worse than Black Ice mod? I'm not sure on that. So Hedy Lamarr, what was her major sort of World War II contribution that has effects still to this day? Since nobody said it in chat, post below. We're going to be ending the episode, not the live stream, just the episode now. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for liking the videos. If you haven't already, please subscribe. See you next time with the answer, to that question.